to music? So how often would you say you listen to music? Always? I mean,
Yeah.
anytime, every time you're in the car?
No, because I listen to a lot of messages. So because my girlfriends and I, we all share Marco Polos together. So that is majority of my car time. Is
50% of the time? 75% of the time?
50% for me in the car.
Okay, so it's 50-50 music to whatever else.
Yeah.
What about you, Scott?
I would say, it's about probably 50-50 because a lot of times I'll also, like I've been listening to a book lately. And
I'm about 50-50. I'm about 50-50. Rafe, in the morning I listen to talk.
On the way in?
Whatever.
I listen to a lot of music, I think.
What is it? What percentage of music to other?
Probably 70-30.
70 music, 30 other.
Yeah. Because I do when I'm on a road trip. Sometimes the music, I start to get tired driving, and it's good to switch it up, and I'll listen to a pod.
Yeah.
23% said they've got music on almost all the time. Almost all the time. So about 1 in 4 always have music on. And you're not listening right now then.
Yeah.
So F you.
F you.
Say whatever we want about these people. Literally say whatever we want about these people.
2% claim they never listen to music.
How on earth?
18% a couple times a week. 13% said less often than that. 44% said to listen to music daily. You know, Spotify just put out their Spotify Wrap feature that shows, your listening habits from the past year. So the survey asked about that, too. Would you be excited or embarrassed if your friends knew your top songs from 2025? And people were 10 times more likely to say they'd love to show their friends.
I saw a meme that said, it was like parents when Spotify Wrapped comes out. And it's like, I got kids because their Wrapped is so lame because they're playing it for their kiddos.
That's just an excuse.
I swear.
Yeah, I think that's a lie. That's a lie. There is some major drama kicking off in the film world this week. We talked about this for a couple days now. Quentin Tarantino ruffled some feathers after he gave his top movies of the 21st century and went onto a podcast and absolutely tore into Paul Dano, the actor. So Tarantino was on the Bret Easton Ellis podcast listing his top movies of the 21st century. He put There Will Be Blood at number 5 on his list, right behind movies like Black Hawk Down and Toy Story 3. But even though he likes the movie, he apparently hates Dano's performance in it. He called Paul Dano the big giant flaw of the film and said Daniel Day-Lewis eats him alive in their scenes. He went as far as calling Dano weak sauce and the weakest effing actor in SAG. He even suggested that Austin Butler would have been way better in that role. Naturally, Hollywood, not going to let that slide. So a bunch of Paul Dano's peers immediately jumped to white knight him. Ben Stiller kept it short and sweet, saying, Paul Dano is effing brilliant.
He is.
Matt Reeves, who directed Dano as the Riddler and the Batman, called him an incredible actor and an incredible person. And the screenwriter for Batman Part 2, Madison Tomlin, pointed out that Dano isn't just a great actor, but also an astonishing director, telling people to go watch Dano's movie Wildlife. So far, neither Paul Dano nor Quentin Tarantino have commented on the backlash. Dano's probably too busy to worry about it anyway. I guess he's doing a whole bunch of stuff. They're filming this new A24 film currently, so.
Okay. He's probably not too worried.
Probably not too worried, no. And you guys know the classic Frosty the Snowman cartoon, right, from your youth?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the voice? His name is Jackie Vernon.
Jackie Vernon. Is this a stop motion Frosty the Snowman or the cartoon?
No, I think it's the cartoon. Look up Jackie Vernon.
Okay.
I think it's the cartoon. Yeah, the cartoon is the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop motion, you're thinking of Rudolph.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Rudolph, the stop motion snowman.
Got it.
So Jackie Vernon is the voice of Frosty for the cartoon classic version. 1969 holiday classic, Frosty the Snowman. His son, David Vernon, recently went onto a podcast and dropped a pretty massive bombshell. His dad, Jackie, had at least 3 secret families.
Oh, no.
Damn.
3 secret families.
Golly.
And the son found out in a pretty dramatic way. He recalled the night when two strangers, a woman and a rough-looking teenager, just showed up at their front door.
Yeah. Do they have carrots for noses?
The woman asked for Jackie, but since he was on the road, she demanded to speak to David's mother. David's mother, Hazel. So David was sent upstairs, but he overheard a heated argument. That's when the truth came out. His dad had been married at least 3 times before, starting as early as age 19 when he was in the military. And here's the really bizarre part. So Jackie Vernon had sons from 3 previous marriages, and he named every single one of them Ralph.
Aw. Ralph Vernon?
That's smart. He won't forget who.
Which was his own birth name, Ralph Verone.
Wow.
And then he abandoned them all.
Jerk.
So he had 3 separate families and abandoned all of them. He explained that his mother, Hazel, actually had a specific strategy to make sure that Jackie didn't abandon their family, too. They made a deal that she would name the boys and he could name the girls. She had this theory that, in Jackie's mind, a Ralph was an unloved kid that you leave behind.
That's sad.
So she made sure David was never named Ralph, believing that was the key to making his dad stay. That's some weird
psychological
we need
stuff.
some therapy kind of stuff.
Yeah, big time.
So, yeah, so we had all these families and named every one of the kids Ralph, all the boys.
You know, just piggybacking on the the Quentin Tarantino talk about Paul Dano, my sister texted me yesterday and said that, because he also mentioned Owen Wilson being very bad.
The 3 people that Quentin Tarantino hate, Paul Dano, Owen Wilson, and Matthew Lillard.
And this kind of connects with Frosty the Snowman guy. So Owen Wilson, I guess, had sons with one woman, and he's a father to those sons. But then he got another woman pregnant and had a daughter with her. And then he never, ever, communicated with his daughter. And she looks exactly like him. Like, she's blonde and has a little face. And Owen Wilson just, never was a father to her. She's, 6. And I had no idea.
Oh, really?
Yes. I thought, what the hell, man? I love the Wilson brothers. I prefer Luke over Owen, but that was really surprising.
Yeah,
to
I
hear.
vaguely remember that as a story. I remember Owen Wilson had some mental health issues as well. He tried to kill himself.
I don't remember that. When was that?
This was a couple years ago.
Oh my.
Maybe it was around that time when he had the
affair or whatever.
The affair or the kid or whatever. It was. I think it was a oopsie baby.
I also wonder about Dave Grohl because I love him so much, and I hope he and his wife are doing well. But I wonder if he's going to have a relationship with his mistress's daughter, that he had, we all found out earlier this year. I hope he does. It's a daughter. I mean, he's got 3 daughters already with Jordan Bloom.
Oh, Owen Wilson, 2007 suicide attempt.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. And about the kid, Owen Wilson, kid. Is it a daughter?
It is a daughter. She's adorable.
Owen Wilson has never met his daughter. Yeah, that's all. There's the whole thing about it.
Yeah. Look at her. Look how cute she is. My sister sent me this. My sister knew a lot about Owen Wilson's personal history.
Oh, yeah, that's a picture I'm seeing, too.
And she's a doll.
Owen Wilson has 3 children to 3 separate mothers, appears to be a doting father to the oldest 2, who are both boys. Yet the mother of the third, a girl, claims he has never met the daughter, even though he does pay support.
Okay. Well, at least that's...
And listen, who knows what the truth is?
Yeah.
That's coming from the mother. So I don't know.
But nobody's ever seen him with his daughter. There's no photos or anything.
She does say that he supports her, at least financially.
That's good, at least.
That's good, at least. So... All right, today's December 5th. Back in the day, 234 years ago in 1791, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart died under mysterious circumstances at the age of 35. Anybody see the Amadeus movie?
Oh, yeah.
It's good, right? I haven't seen that in years. But that's a good movie.
Who played him?
Tom Hulse.
That guy?
Or Tim. It's Tim, Tom. I think Tom.
I just remember that guy was primed to be a star in the 80s, and
he was in Parenthood. He was
he crushed it in that movie, and he just went away.
He was like the brother in Parenthood who brought the kid home named Cool. Remember that? That's the guy who played Mozart. They say Mozart probably died from a kidney infection. 171 years ago in 1854, Aaron Allen patented the folding theater chair. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron.
Let me see here. 92 years ago, 1933, Prohibition ends at 5:32 p.m. as Utah becomes the 36th state to ratify the 21st Amendment, the one that repealed the ridiculous 18th Amendment that had outlawed all booze for nearly 14 years.
Is that why we have happy hour around that time?
I don't think that has to do with the other. 57 years ago, 1968, USC student O.J. Simpson wins the Heisman Trophy. 41 years ago, 1984, Beverly Hills Cop comes out. 33 years ago, 1992, Ice Cube's album The Predator debuts at #1 on both the pop and R&B charts. He is the first hardcore rapper to do that. That's the one with It Was a Good Day.
Call the editor, here comes the predator. He also had Walking, Stalking in My Big Black Boots. Remember that song?
Yeah.
There's some bangers on that.
That's The Predator. Comes out 33 years ago today. And we mentioned O.J. won the Heisman 57 years ago. 17 years ago, 2008, O.J. Simpson sentenced to 33 years in prison after being convicted of armed robbery and kidnapping. In sports, that's known as a makeup call. He was granted parole and released in October of 2017. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And we begin with this. Yesterday, some new Guns N' Roses dropped. And so why don't we get a little taste test? Let's start with the song Atlas, okay? This is one of two that came out yesterday. Both tracks originally date back to 2008's Chinese Democracy.
And this is, we had that guy on the air earlier this week, the guy that leaked all those songs. This is one of the songs that was leaked.
Yeah, here we go. This is called Atlas.
And this is with Slash, correct? All right, this is from the Chinese Democracy session, so I believe
both tracks are.
It was either Buckethead or another guitarist, and Slash redid all the guitar stuff.
Yes. It's fine. This sounds like Guns N' Roses. I mean, this is Guns N' Roses. You listen to this, you go, that's Guns N' Roses.
It's fine.
It's okay. But then this other track that came out yesterday.
I mean, are you actively listening to that? Are you like, I'm going to put on the new Guns N' Roses?
Are you asking me? Like, I sampled it.
You.
I sampled it and I go, okay, my judgment of this is it sounds like Guns N' Roses. Does it sound great? It's nothing that I'm excited about.
As a huge Guns N' Roses fan like I am, I'm going, okay, and I'm like, where's Mr. Brownstone? I'm putting that on instead.
There you go. Well, what about this? What about Nothing? Okay, this other track.
It's called Nothing.
Nothing. Here we go.
All right. Buckle up. I mean, if I were to tell you that's the beginning of a Guns N' Roses song, you'd go, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, we're not playing a game
I'm
right
expecting
now.
Michael McDonald to come in
It's
at any
not.
moment.
Yeah.
This is real.
There's nothing I could see that would mean more to me than what you are to me. Oh, my love, there's nothing I can see that would mean more to me than what you are to me.
I like this part.
I do too.
I like this song better than the first one.
I don't like the beginning.
Well, I think if you're gonna kind of do something like this nowadays, where you're doing a new song, it is kind of nice that they have like,
Well,
hey, this is where we would have progressed.
I feel like he's on a Casio keyboard, whereas like November Rain with the piano is amazing. This just sounds cheap. The keys part of it. The rest of it sounds great.
Yeah. I will say, the lyrics leave a little to be desired. He's rhyming me with me.
Well, yeah.
I like that one better than the first one, honestly.
At least it's a little bit of a variation, and it's something to make you go, is this really Guns N' Roses? It gives you a little something
Sure.
to be curious about.
I don't think it's terrible.
They cover Wichita Lineman.
Is that true?
It says it's on. Oh, the thing just froze on me here.
Like the EP?
Yeah.
Well, they just put out 2 new songs.
I'd like
That's
to hear
it.
that version of that song. And if it's
They
good
just
or
put
not.
out 2 new songs. That's it. I
Right.
don't know what's on the horizon, but we got those right now.
Okay.
It's kind of cool.
And they're coming to town in August, and tickets go on sale today.
You think they'll play the new songs?
Yes, 100%.
Interesting. Original KISS members Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Peter Criss are in Washington, D.C. They're going to receive the Kennedy Center honors from President Trump tomorrow, followed by a ceremony on Sunday at the Kennedy Center. And so when it was announced in August that they would be honored alongside country singer George Strait, Gloria Gaynor, Sylvester Stallone, and singer Michael Crawford, sadly, Ace Frehley is going to be honored. He's one of like 3 posthumous people that will be honored, because one of the stipulations for the Kennedy Center honors is that you do have to be alive. However, the announcement of KISS going into the Kennedy Center honors was announced when Ace was alive, and so posthumously he will be honored as well with the band. And so the other members that have had this happen are Glenn Frey from the Eagles and Phil Lesh of the Grateful Dead. So he's one of 3. that
Yeah,
are
so you
getting this
die in
honor.
between being announced and the actual ceremony.
Yes. And so here's a little audio of Gene Simmons on stage this past Sunday at the Love Ride in Glendale, California. He was talking about the passing of Ace.
The saddest part of all, besides the pain and suffering to his friends, family, his daughter, his wife, his whole family, is that Ace didn't live long enough to be with us on December 6th, when the president and everybody is going to get up there and honor KISS in entering the Kennedy Center honors. And in Ace's memory, we're going to make sure one of the 4 chairs is empty with Ace's name, because he deserves to be there in spirit, even if he can't be there.
So an empty chair will be there. We don't really know much about the performance besides Garth Brooks is going to perform Shout It Out Loud, and the ceremony will air for all of us on
Boy, I'm
December
interested
23rd.
in hearing that.
I know.
Garth Brooks doing Shout It Out Loud?
Right.
Okay.
We'll see. George Clooney and his wife Amal, they've never fought during their 10-year relationship, and he shared this during his appearance on the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey Bros.
They've never fought.
They've never fought. I call BS.
Get the out of here, man.
But Travis Kelsey stated that he and Taylor Swift are among those couples that have never fought. So here is Travis Kelsey and George Clooney talking about how they never have gotten into an argument with their partners.
You claim that you and your wife haven't gotten in a fight in 10 years.
That's right.
Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying, Travis.
I'm just asking.
Shall we ask you the same questions?
Well, it's only been 2.5 years, and you're right. I haven't gotten in an argument. Never once.
Honestly, neither of us are going to win the argument, so why get in it?
Okay.
And George went on to talk about, how lucky they are that he is, being a mega superstar all these years. And Amal is, I believe she's a lawyer. And they're lucky they don't have anything to fight about. Because the number one
Maybe
thing
they're just never together.
They got separated for a while.
they did.
There had to be some sort of disagreement there, right?
That's true.
They got separated, really? I thought they were.
like,
one of these together.
No, she. It was like a year ago or 2. They were separated for quite a while.
They're back together. They got kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that they were like, we just need some time apart, and then maybe they
And that was
reconciled.
an argument did not ensue then?
Maybe they got sick of each other.
Get
Like,
outta here.
if you're sick of somebody, is that an argument? I mean,
Yes.
that's a
some time
feeling.
apart. I couldn't agree more, honey.
I mean,
Okay, then handshake, and we're out.
the number one thing
you're the
couples
best.
argue about is money, and so these people have a ton of money. They don't argue about that.
More money, more problems.
I don't want to believe it either.
I was
but-
reading something about Taylor Swift's year.
Yeah.
She had a good year and an okay year. She got engaged.
the Eras Tour.
The Eras Tour came to a close. She's a billionaire. But, man, that new record she put out came and went.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, all my Taylor Swift fans, I don't see them talking about it hardly at all.
Nobody. It came and went, and that's right. Are they playing any songs often on the radio?
Don't ask me. I have no clue.
I know in my house, my daughter doesn't play any of the new Taylor Swift stuff.
Tina's a massive Taylor Swift fan.
Does she care for the new record? Is she playing anything from the Tortured Poets?
She's
Society?
always listening to it. I don't know what album, I'll be honest with you. She's listening to Taylor a lot. That's like her decompression. But I've heard her talking to other people who like it, and it seems like the general consensus is not her best work, but still good.
Right, but
I don't think they would admit if it was bad.
Right, but you got to admit though, it kind of came. There was a big fanfare for a couple weeks, and it sold a
It was
gazillion
not
copies.
Tortured Poet Society, by the way.
Which,
What also-
That was an actual-
the showgirl.
The Showgirl. Life of a
one.
Showgirl.
Life of Showgirls.
Yeah. Get
I
your
would-
stuff straight.
I would like to take the opportunity to apologize to all the Taylor Swift fans.
Thank
out
you.
there.
The Tortured Poet Society did really well.
Yeah, she had 15 different colors and all that stuff with the albums.
She did. Sold them all.
But I heard that it's still getting played 24/7 at the Cat Cafe place, so that's good.
It's their
Good.
soothing
Getting the
music.
spins up.
Is this the happiness album no one wants?
Maybe.
No one, these artists make a living off of their misery and their
Pain and
breakups.
suffering. I don't know.
And now they're in a good, happy, healthy
Nobody wants
relationship,
that.
and now the album's not good. Is that what's going on?
Maybe.
That's sad.
Well, she does have a lot going on, and she can buy anything she wants, including a wedding date. So the New York Post says that Taylor is dead set on marrying Travis Kelce on June 13th of next year. While initial reports claim that they were going to get hitched at the Rhode Island estate that she has, those plans have changed. So allegedly, she's decided on a nearby venue called the Ocean House. Unfortunately, there was another couple that had already booked it for the 13th. So people are saying Taylor made them an offer they couldn't refuse to give up that date. 13 is her lucky number, her favorite number. And so I guess she flooded this couple with cash, said, hey, I'll give you so much money.
Great.
Let me have this venue.
Hey, if somebody's willing to pay for your wedding,
Amazing.
Man,
fine.
Love that. It's Friday, so that means new albums out. Depeche Mode's M is out. Sam Fender's People Watching. Freddie Mercury's Mr. Bad Guy. That's a vinyl issue. Scorpions Coming Home Live. And then the soundtrack to Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere is out. The Masked Singer returns for its 14th season next month. And so there's going to be 18 new costumes, including an eggplant, Picasso, Queen Corgi, the croissants, and many more. Obviously, everybody's going to want to know who's in that eggplant costume. Lots of people speculating John Hamm because of his massive Johnson.
Right.
There's also going to be a musical anthology episode for Ozzy Osbourne called Ozfest. His daughter Kelly's going to make an appearance. The Masked Singer will also have quite a few themed nights. They're going to have a Clueless night, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme night, Star Trek, and the Twilight Saga. There's also a Spice Girl celebration and a tribute to the Care Bears, and a Fear Factor House of Fear, which will premiere on January 14th. So Jenny McCarthy, Ken Jeong, Robin Thicke, Rita Ora, they all return along with Nick Cannon, and it will premiere on January 7th on Fox.
So I guess the big breaking entertainment news this morning is that Netflix and Warner Brothers entered into exclusive deal talks. So it looks like Netflix will buy Warner Brothers Discovery at $30 a share. So I'm not sure what that.
I saw that.
I don't know what that comes out to.
$72 billion.
Oh, my.
Whoa.
So not a bad deal.
Way to go, Netflix.
So
They didn't-
Netflix will be buying Warner Brothers.
I'm into it.
So Netflix would absorb Warner Brothers Studios, HBO Max, Harry Potter, the DC Universe.
God.
Yeah, there's a lot that now Netflix will be owning.
So Max is gone.
Well, I think Netflix owning Max might be cool.
I honestly don't know what any of this means. I got to kind of dig in, but that's just breaking this morning that Netflix will be buying Warner Brothers and everything that comes along with it.
Because I can, like, Hulu, you can watch HBO Max. So now it'll just be Netflix, you can watch HBO Max.
It better be part of their service.
You hope.
But you know they're going to, it just means HBO Max now is going to be $40 a month as well and ridiculous
Well, the
prices.
fact that Netflix buying HBO is kind of crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
That is just insane.
Guys, Ric Flair admitted that he got some bad information when he alleged that street drugs were responsible for Hulk Hogan's death. So as we know, Hulk Hogan died at the age of 71 of a heart attack on July 24th. Medical documents showed that he had a history of leukemia CLL, which had undergone heart surgery before his death. Here is Ric Flair talking on the Double Coverage podcast, claiming street drugs killed Hulk Hogan.
I talked to him at the age where he died. I shouldn't say this, but what killed him was street drugs. The doctor would not prescribe any more pain medicine. They just couldn't do it in all due conscience, right?
Yeah.
So they went and got the drugs off the street.
And that's not true?
I guess that's not true. I think he's walking that back, yeah.
Or somebody said,
bad
shut up.
information. Yeah, I think somebody did. It was like, shut the hell up, Ric Flair. So Flair shared some stories about Hulk Hogan's support of Flair during his own health struggles, including visits during surgeries, financial assistance during his son's illness, etc. They were lifelong friends.
Yeah.
And he was shocked and sad over his passing.
And he was sick because I think I told you guys I ran into his longtime cameraman in Nashville at a show I did.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, I'm going to be out of work soon because I've been Hulk Hogan's personal videographer for a long time. He's like, he's very, very sick. He's been hiding like a very rare blood cancer. And so he kind of knew it was the end. I'm not saying that some of this couldn't have attributed to it, but I think he was pretty sick at the end.
Yeah. Sucks. Moving into movie news in theaters this weekend, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This is PG-13. It's got a 12% on the tomato meters.
Man,
12?
Not
12%,
good.
not good.
That's pretty good.
But this takes place a year after the first film, so your kids might be into this. Also, pretty exciting stuff. Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. Quentin Tarantino's extended cut merges volumes 1 and 2 and adds another 25 minutes of material to Kill Bill. So the total runtime for this marathon is 5 hours.
Wow.
Austin Butler's in it.
Yeah,
People don't-
not Paul Dano.
That's right.
So if you love that movie, you want to see them back to back and this previously unreleased footage, you can do that in select theaters around town. And finally, speaking of movies, the favorite Christmas movies by state. There was a new survey that asked 2,000 Americans what their favorite holiday flicks were and then determined what is the absolute favorite in each state. Can you guess what Missouri's and Illinois, their favorite
We
movies
are a Christmas vacation state.
You think Missouri is Christmas vacation?
I'm hoping.
You are absolutely correct. This is a Christmas vacation state. Illinois.
Illinois is a Christmas Story.
No.
Home Alone. It's got to be a Chicago.
No. In fact, we are a Christmas vacation region, the Midwest.
Oh,
They
good.
love it. A Christmas Story
that's Chicago, too.
is the top choice in 10 states, but Christmas Vacation is the favorite of 31 states, many of which are here in the heartland. We love Christmas Vacation.
We were talking about this off the air yesterday. Let's not sit on the movie Scrooged
with Bill Murray.
with Bill
Great
Murray.
movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Does that movie get its just due?
Not on these lists.
Not on
it's
these
very,
lists.
very funny. It's very good. There's so many funny things in it. I was like driving to work the other day and unlocked a core memory because I was telling you guys, do you remember that Al Green and Annie Lennox put out a song for the soundtrack and it was their version of Put a Little Love in Your Heart? I just remember, think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. And I'm like, it was a very uplifting song, and I remember the video being on VH1 for like a year. And I'd totally forgotten about it, and I put it on the way to work, and I was like, yeah, this song puts you in a good mood. It's a good Christmas song. Had a good soundtrack.
Yeah,
Scrooge had everything going
had
for
everything.
it.
So it's a modern retelling of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
And Bill Murray's great.
Bill Murray's great. Buster Poindexter, Carol Kane is in it. She plays one of the ghosts.
Is there any reason it's not on? Like, I don't remember any boobs or anything. Like, why wouldn't it be on? Just like all the other movies.
It is sometimes, but it doesn't. I don't feel like it gets its just due as like a.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Bobcat was like the guy that goes crazy and comes back in with a shotgun.
Yeah,
such a great movie.
It is great.
it's a great movie.
Well, that's your crap.
All right, celebrities celebrating a birthday this weekend. Johnny Football Manziel is 33. Frankie Muniz, he is Malcolm in the Middle. He is 40. Terrell Owens, NFL Hall of Famer, is 52. Margaret Cho, 57. Judd Apatow is 58. The star of King Scott's favorite movie, Soul Man,
Heck
C.
yeah.
Thomas Howell, is 59.
It's a great film.
Johnny Resnick of the Goo Goo Dolls is 60. So if I said the name Debbie Rowe, do you know who that is?
Debbie Rowe. No, I don't.
She was Michael Jackson's hired uterus.
Oh.
She's the biological mom of Paris Jackson and Prince Michael Jackson Jr. Debbie Rowe is 67. Guitarist for R.E.M., Peter Buck, turns 69. Larry Bird, basketball legend, 69. The melancholy comedian with the clown hair, Stephen Wright, turns 70.
Amazing.
And Linda Blair's mom in The Exorcist, Ellen Burstyn. Congratulations, 93
Damn,
years
bro.
old this weekend. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Rachel Moore. And today's birthday girl has been in 72 fine films, including Beach Bums, The Butterface Pageant, Crack Snackers, Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap 5, Fresh Meat 10, Say Aloha to My A-Hola,
Again this week.
Spank
Love it.
Those Bitches 3, Whack Attack 8, and Who Could Forget a Roll in 2018's Pile Drive Me. Rachel Moore is 44 years old. It's your porno birthday. Those who crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, quick break. We'll come back with this week's E-Memoriam. That's right. Rafe Williams on deck. The bakery you guys are talking about. Great donuts, coffee cake. That's Heckley's? And,
Heckley's.
I think it's Heckley's. I watched an interview with an employee.
Fine.
And they said Heckley's. Listen, I don't know. It's the one in Perryville, okay? It's Hoeckle. E-L-E.
Hoeckle apostrophe S. Hokalehihu.
That's it.
Hokalehihu.
That's it.
Thank you.
Rizz Show Game Night is a week from today at the pageant. Get your tickets. And if you think you could open up the show, we're looking for our opening acts. Do you have a talent? Can you sing? Can you dance? Can you, I don't know, do something unique that you think needs to be seen on stage? We want to see it. What's in it for you? If we pick your act, you come onto the stage at the pageant. We give you 4 tickets for the show, and we give you a $250 Amazon gift card. Get all the details at 1057thepoint.com. Speaking of Amazon, see, Amazon's testing this new 30 minutes or less delivery thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. America has a love-hate relationship with Amazon. You know, we love to complain about our reliance on, the new convenience. But when you decide, I need that pillow shaped like a baguette, I want it right now. So Amazon is currently testing ultra-fast deliveries, which will get purchases to your front door in 30 minutes, which is kind of ridiculous. You ever see Amazon drivers around this time of year? They're running.
I know.
They're running.
They're killing it.
They're parking those big-ass trucks or their own cars sometimes, and you'll see them sprint. And it's one thing to expect your pizza delivered in 30 minutes or less. Now we're so impatient that, we put a lasagna into the oven, then order oven mitts and expect them to deliver it in time to take the lasagna out.
Yeah.
So the 30-minute delivery is only being tested in 2 places right now, Seattle and Philly. So it's unclear when this might be expanded, but if you're in a rural area, I would not hold your breath. So, of course, not everything will be available for this, but Amazon says it'll be offered for thousands of everyday household essentials and grocery items. Not going to be free, though. 30-minute deliveries will start at $13.99 per order, although if you're a Prime member, $3.99.
What?
Discount. That's right.
That's actually
That's right.
good deal.
A small basket fee of $1.99 will also be added to orders below $15.
Darn it.
They say it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, much like a convenience store. So if you live in the Seattle and Philly areas, you could check out the Amazon app and homepage for the 30-minute delivery option right there in the navigation bar. Remember when free 2-day deliveries, that was like the big thing?
Mm-hmm.
That was a big revelation. Oh, my God, 2 days for free?
It was nuts.
What's next? We're gonna want to reach through our computer screens and just grab.
That'd be amazing.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
If we could get that going.
The Wonka vision or whatever?
Yeah, reach into the computer to grab the purchase like it's the counter at a store. That's the next step. But we're there, guys. So we'll see how successful or how many people are killed.
We've done it.
In Seattle and Philly. When those big-ass Amazon trucks are running stop signs or running red lights or speeding down, subdivision streets to get those 30-minute deliveries out there.
Yeah.
Well, it's 31 minutes. That means it's free. Remember they stopped that? They stopped that for Domino's? It was Domino's 30 minutes are free?
Yes.
Because people were dying. People were dying.
Worth it?
So we'll see. Yeah, it is worth it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Couple people die. It's fine,
It's
right?
for pizza.
It's fine. No, I'm talking about Domino's. No way.
Okay.
Amazon though. Come on.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Jeff Bezos will personally pay all the people, the families who perish in the 30 minutes
That's not
or
happening.
less
They get a free year of Prime.
delivery debacle. Yeah, free year prime time. All right, Rafe, it's time for this week's E-Memoriam.
All right. This week's E-Memoriam brought to you by us.
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Brought to you by Amazon in 30 minutes or less. I'll be done with this E-Memoriam or it's free. And for those of you that don't know, the E-Memoriam is like like the Oscars in memoriam, where we say goodbye to folks. Sometimes it's ourselves, sometimes it's trolls, sometimes it's subjects that we talked about. No one's ever safe from the in memoriam. And to prove that, we'll start this week with me.
Are you saying goodbye to yourself?
Saying goodbye to my chance of meeting Tony Gonzalez.
Tragedy this week.
I had an opportunity to meet Tony Gonzalez, number 88, Chiefs tight end before Travis Kelce, the one who paved the way in the NFL. Used to do a slam dunk on the goalpost. I got excited. There was a DraftKings meet and greet for the first day of legal betting in Missouri. I was promised Isaac Bruce, Brett Hull, and Tony Gonzalez, and they came up one Tony Gonzalez short. That sexy Hispanic man using his Caldera Lab products all over his beautiful chiseled face. I wanted to kiss him on the lips as a season ticket holder for the Chiefs, only to be denied by a winter storm. Made me sad. So sad that I hate to report to you guys, but I no longer believe in Christmas.
Oh, really? Oh,
that's true.
Man.
Tony Gonzalez.
You lost the Christmas spirit?
I lost the Christmas spirit.
Oh, that's too bad.
And I've actually, this was actually a prophecy that came through. I actually found the first draft of The Grinch called How the Snow Stole Rafe's Christmas. Down in old St. Louis, where the snow likes to bite, lived a dreaming young lad on a cold winter's night. His heart was aflutter, his hopes all aglow, for he'd planned to meet Tony, his hero, you know. He'd polished his smile, rehearsed every line. He's Googled Tony's stats at least 40 times. He practiced a handshake, both friendly and strong, and a look that said, Tony, I've loved you so long. Tony the legend, Tony the star, Tony whose jawline could guide ships from afar. Whose smile could melt glaciers, whose biceps could sing, whose presence alone makes angels' peepees go ding. Dong. His shoulders sculpted like marble from heaven, his charm causing butterflies like a Chief's 3rd and 7. His eyes warm and deep like a cinnamon glow. Yes, number 88 made Rafe a thirsty hoe. But then came the snowfall, the rude, icy beast. A blizzard so cruel it canceled Rafe's feast. The roads turned to nightmares, the skies turned to slate, and Tony Gonzalez would just have to wait. Poor Rafe's heart cracked like a dropped candy cane, and his soul burned hotter than a tank of propane. He sighed at the heavens and muttered, now this is why grown men should never believe in Christmas. He paced and he pouted, he mourned and he froze, he declared to the world, no more holiday shows. No presents, no stockings, no cookies, no cheer. Not until Tony Gonzalez appears. For Christmas, it seems, has a fragile design. It all hinged on meeting my tight end divine. And until that day comes, one truth remains clear. Rafe's Christmas is canceled. So maybe next year.
Oh, this is very sad.
I know, but deep in my heart, there still flickers a spark. A glimmer of hope. In the cold winter dark, that for maybe one day, through snow, sleet, or delay, Tony will kiss me, and Christmas will stay. Goodbye.
Well, I mean, did you have everything planned out, like what you were going to talk to him about?
I was so
in your
hyped,
head, you
dude.
planned out the conversation.
He's the only person I prepped for. I've been waiting my whole life. I was going to have him dunk on me. We're going to become best friends.
You predator broed Isaac Bruce.
I did.
And that was sweet.
That was tight. Isaac
nice.
Bruce rules.
You know what? You don't have good luck with heroes of the sports world from your youth. Who was the guy at the home run derby that also?
Yeah, but that all came.
That came back around.
Brian Jordan?
Around. Brian Jordan and I are buds now.
You guys are buds now. Yeah,
Okay.
that was redemption.
Yeah.
That was a redemption arc that I hope to have with Tony so
Right.
Christmas can come back to me. Next up, almost as hurtful as Tony, Pornhub. Gone forever in Missouri. Pornhub left Missouri, and now we're back to the Imagination Olympics, guys. Folks, ever since Pornhub packed its bags and strutted out of Missouri, the state has been thrown into a full-blown emergency. We're talking DEFCON throb here. Warning, DEFCON throb. Warning, DEFCON throb. Missourians have to look themselves in the eye in the mirror for the first morning and say out loud, well, guess it's just me and the old brain theater now.
Anybody notice things getting accomplished this week?
I was just saying, Missouri's going to be a productive state all of a sudden.
The GDP of Missouri had to double.
Things are getting accomplished.
Yeah.
Things are getting done.
Wow, we invented something new.
It's true. Suddenly, the whole state is rediscovering their imagination like it's the Oregon Trail of horniness. People are sitting on the edge of their beds, staring off into space like they're trying to remember trigonometry. Like, okay, what was that one person from the gym wearing again? God dang it. Did they just smile at me? Was that a real smile? Or was one of those polite, I hope you move your yoga mat type situations? I don't know. Missouri's Google searches included things like how to masturbate like a pilgrim. Are there such things as thought whores? And is remembering prom illegal? Meanwhile, couples across the state are learning the ancient art of talking dirty again. Everyone's fantasizing like it's the 1800s. Old timers are dusting off memories from 1987 that are vague at best. Like there was one July, I think it was in an El Camino, and I'm pretty sure she had a perm, but that's all they can remember.
That's the Spank Bank.
Yeah, the Spank Bank.
Spank Bank is back open.
Yeah, dude. And let me tell you something. That is an old hard drive. It is not running on. It's not running on new Max Sierra or whatever.
Well, I
the
tell you
hell.
what, that's a term you haven't heard in a while.
The Spank Bank.
The Spank Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. When was the last time you rubbed one with your eyes closed?
Yeah, mine had like cobwebs, like like an old bank vault.
It's like,
It's
hello,
sad.
old friend.
The whole state is basically a giant group project where no one remembers how to draw the diagrams.
You know, it was in my Spank Bank, the guy from Last Crusade, like the Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade.
The knight?
Yeah,
The old knight?
the old knight.
Choose wisely. You're like, oh, I choose you,
He's
old
in
knight.
he's chilling in the Spank Bank.
I assumed it was the guys from Baywatch.
Yeah.
No.
Your Baywatch.
No. No.
The entire state of Missouri at this point is just hoping their brain still knows how to autocomplete. Pornhub left Missouri, and now we're out here rubbing two thoughts together like cavemen trying to make a spark. Good luck, Missouri. Bye-bye, Pornhub. And finally, the Upper Decker Peace Spree
Oh, yes.
came to an end this week, guys. We reported a story this week about a fluid influencer, pun
Kinky
intended, Kinky Kelly, who peed all over a grocery store and then pooped in the top tank of a Marriott toilet. She's finally been brought to justice. I believe she was sentenced to 6 months.
Yeah.
And a $10,000 fine. Anything else I'm missing about that story?
OnlyFans girl called Kinky Kelly, jailed for 6 months for filming herself peeing on food in a supermarket and then upper decking the toilet at a Marriott and also urinating on various things inside and issued a fine. So not only 6 months in jail, but fined for...
Yeah. Well, the police squad put their best man on it. They actually reached out to us, the Rizzuto Detective
They
Agency.
did?
Yes, and I found a journal entry from one of our top up-and-coming detectives. And it's about the case of Kinky Kelly. I'm going to read it to you guys now. Journal entry. This is so stupid. I'm Detective Don Sirloin, a private dick for the Rizzuto Detective Agency. St. Louis gumshoe seeker of truth, drinker of cheap coffee and even cheaper thrills. And this is the case of the dame that dealt from the top shelf. I've seen all kinds drift through my office over the years. Two-bit hustlers, crooked grifters, and a Jehovah's Witness I accidentally let in one day when I thought he was the FedEx guy. But nothing prepared me for the walking flood advisory that came through my door that Thursday morning. I've walked alleys soaked in rain, booze, and broken dreams. But never in my decades as a gumshoe did I expect to chase a perp armed with nothing but a full bladder and a bold sense of artistic expression. She blew into my office like a warm draft on the wrong side of a restroom stall. Mysterious, dangerous, and carrying a reputation that dripped down hallways like a faucet somebody forgot to turn off.
Whoa.
They always walk in the same way. Hips first, trouble second, turd cutter third.
Yuck.
She was a real femme fatale. The kind of woman who could make a man forget his morals and ruin a grocery store aisle in under 60 seconds. Real name, Kelly Tedford. But the streets called her Kinky Kelly. And the grocery store manager called her the reason we can't sell walnuts anymore. She sashayed in, dripping like a busted radiator. Sat in my client chair, crossed her legs like she was folding a switchblade. But I knew at the top of those legs where they met was the eye of the storm. And a monsoon was on the horizon.
Oh, my God.
Mr. Sirloin, she purred. I'm in a little trouble. Trouble? Trouble was blushing in the corner, wondering why she'd stopped giving it such a bad name. I knew the case. A supermarket soaked like a back alley car wash, produce dripping with something that sure as hell wasn't store irrigation, and customers shielding their eyes so they didn't have to see kumquats getting a golden shower. Detective, can we just forget all this? Her hand brushed my arm. Her nails were red, but her intentions were yellow. I stared her dead in the eye. No, sweetheart, I said, justice don't blush, but it always gives a courtesy flush. See, the grocery store spree was one thing, a mere misdemeanor. Urine on Captain Crunch, quinoa, and cornmeal, a liquidation sale nobody asked for. But then there was the hotel, Marriott on 6th. The room turned into a disaster zone. Curtains, compromised, comforter, condemned. And even Gideon's Bible completely flooded, and this time it didn't take 40 days and 40 nights. It was her masterpiece, her stink cannon Sistine Chapel. She didn't just make a mess, she went upstairs to do it. They called it an upper decker. Dropping a calling card in the top tank of the toilet, that porcelain penthouse nobody has the elevator to. It wasn't vandalism, this was high-altitude scat sabotage. She hid it in there like a time capsule no historian wanted to open. The maid found it and cried for 3 days. They retired the entire bathroom from service like a jersey number of a football player who died on the field. Kelly leaned forward, batting lashes that belonged on a pinup poster of pee-pee. I didn't mean any harm, she said. I'm just who I am. Yeah, and the typhoons in the Pacific don't mean harm either, but they destroyed Haiti. They were just following their calling too, doll. She flashed me a smile, the kind that could short-circuit a man's resolve faster than she'd short-circuited the hotel's air conditioner unit. Kelly looked at me with those big, dangerous eyes and said, Detective, can't you see I'm innocent? Innocent? Ah! I laughed so hard the blind shook. Lady, you put the bomb in the balcony of the bowl. You turned the toilet into a two-third Trojan horse. She tried the femme fatale routine, leaning in close, lips as red as slippery when wet signs, voice smooth as a freshly flushed tank. You wouldn't put a lady like me away, would you, sirloin? I took a drag of my cigarette. She blew the smoke right through her charm. I said I would, and I will, sweetheart, because you're a trollop that left a dollop. You didn't just cross a line, lady, you whizzed all over it. Her shoulders sagged. She knew the jig was up, and the jig smelled like doo-doo.
Oh, come on, man.
When the cuffs clicked shut, she muttered, You'll remember me, sirloin, and she was right. Some dames stay in your heart. Kinky Kelly stays in your plumbing. Case closed. Toilet tank exercised, and the Marriott has replaced every mattress within a quarter mile. Farewell, Kinky. You were beautiful. You were dangerous. You were well hydrated. In this town, dames come and go, but a real woman doesn't just run over your heart, she leaves skid marks on it. The streets are safe now, thanks to the detective agency and the fighting Rizzutos. Light a cigarette, burn the sheets, let the city sleep. This is Don Sirloin, signing off. Bye-bye, baby.
Oh, a little disco at the end. Cool.
Oh, yeah, got a little jazz at the end there. And as for real, and thank God for Detective Sirloin for solving that case.
That was really, we went back.
He is a young junior detective we've hired, and he's really making a name for himself.
Can't wait to meet him.
I'd like to meet him too. Real RIPs. There was one this week. Stephen Lee Cropper. You guys know who that is? Sometimes known as the Colonel.
Oh, a guitarist for...
He was a guitarist, Stack Records house band Booker T and the MGs.
Oh, Green Onions.
Backed Otis Redding, Wilson Pickett, Sam and Dave. And he was also a member of the Blues Brothers Band, baby. Rolling Stones ranked him 36th on its list of 100 greatest guitarists of all time. He won 2 Grammy Awards and 7 nominations, so rest easy, Stephen Lee Cropper. And that concludes this week's In Memoriam.
Thank you. Somebody said last night a actor from the Mortal Kombat movie died.
Oh, no. Was it Sonya?
No.
Was it Raiden?
No, somebody looked that up. Here
Was it?
The other guy, the white guy.
Was it?
This is Green Onions. This was the guy, the guitarist.
Yeah, Kari Hiroyuki Kagawa.
You guys know the song?
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with this week's crop of Friday fail stories. All right, folks, time for your Friday fail story. All right, so all these people thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, that perfect plan went completely sideways. And it went from that perfect plan to an Uber, an Ultra, dare I say it, Mega.
Fail.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Friday Fail Stories are sponsored by
Rolls-Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
Listen, we've all had that moment of panic when we see the price tag at the airport parking exit, but one Louisiana man allegedly took his reaction to a criminal level.
Oh.
You ever park at the airport a couple days and you get back and you put the card in and you go, oh my God, it's that much money?
Mm-hmm.
So this guy, Corey Johnson, age 35, facing serious federal charges after authorities say he called in a bomb threat because he couldn't afford the fee to leave the lot. Listen to this logic. So it went down November 7th at the Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. So according to the FBI, Corey tried to drive his Jeep out of the short-term parking lot but didn't have the money to pay. He initially refused to move his car from the exit lane, but after deputies arrived, he agreed to park elsewhere in the lot while he tried to, quote, obtain the necessary funds.
Mm-hmm.
However, instead of finding cash, authorities say he escalated the situation. So around 9:50 p.m., while still trapped in the lot, Corey called the airport's communication center. He demanded they page Hassan and warned, quote, if you do not page him, we have a bomb. He called back less than an hour later, this time allegedly trying to disguise his voice, and threatened the operator, saying, I want him to bring the bomb to level 3. It didn't take long for law enforcement to catch on. They tracked his phone signal right back to the parking lot. When officers approached Corey's Jeep and dialed the number associated with the threats, a phone sitting in the seat started ringing.
Okay.
Fail.
Well,
Been set up.
hey, you got out of there free.
He did admit to making the calls. When asked if he had threatened that there was a bomb, he reportedly replied, yeah, something like that. So he's looking at 10 years in prison.
Wow.
10 years in prison if convicted.
Not
And
worth
a
it.
$250,000 fine. And this next story here, you got to admire the audacity here. When it comes to dealing with the DMV, some people will go to great lengths to avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
One driver in New York took do-it-to-yourself to a whole new level, a whole new crayon-filled level. It all started when a New York State trooper pulled a car over last Thursday night for having the wrong license plates. But the plates were just the beginning of the driver's problems. When the trooper glanced at the windshield, they noticed the inspection and registration stickers looked a bit off. They weren't just fake, they were handmade masterpieces of questionable quality.
Okay.
It turns out the driver tried to pass off their own drawings as official documents with what police called an impressive amount of confidence. They had used a mix of pen, marker, and crayon to create the forgeries. The inspection sticker was drawn on white paper, complete with hand-scrawled dates and the words New York safety emissions, with emissions misspelled.
I mean, how'd they ever figure out this fake?
The registration sticker was a creative interpretation featuring some numbers and a yellow box with black scribbles.
That looks juvenile.
I don't know.
Look, I mean, King Scott's got a picture.
Is ridiculous. I know what I'll do.
The New York State Police couldn't resist having a little fun with it, posting a photo online with a friendly reminder that arts and craft supplies do not count as valid documentation. So as you can imagine, the internet had a field day. Post blew up with thousands of reactions, comments. The driver's artistic endeavor didn't end well. They were hit with multiple tickets, and their car was taken off the road.
Failed.
Roller coasters, rock climbing. These are two ways to add some excitement to your life, right?
Yes, of course.
Or this, a guy in Iowa is facing charges after he repeatedly flashed unsuspecting drivers on the highway.
Huh.
All because his life seemed a little too dull. So Iowa City police say 30-year-old Danyan Airy was seen leaning against his 2012 Chevy Impala with his shirt lifted and his, quote, pants and underwear pulled down to his ankles.
I mean,
So imagining this. The guy's leaning up against the 2012 Chevy Impala.
yeah.
Shirt pulled up, pants and underwear at his ankles.
I get it, man.
He did at least twice last month on back-to-back days. Exposed himself to oncoming traffic on 2 different interstates. The police report says he told cops he was, quote, fulfilling an excitement that was currently missing in his blah life.
Yeah.
Well, that's an honest answer.
Yeah.
So you want to be a baller.
So they arrested him this past Wednesday, threw him in jail. He was apparently on probation for a previous felony. He's facing charges for indecent exposure.
Failed.
Talking about a wild night out, an Arizona couple's evening took a bizarre turn from passion to plunder. It all landed them behind bars. So meet Carissa Sukanik, age 30, and Brian Morrow, age 39. According to Scottsdale police, this duo broke into the Moncherie restaurant in the early morning hours of October 25th. But before they got to the robbing part, security cameras caught them getting intimate on the restaurant's rose-decorated outdoor patio.
Oh, my.
The owner of the eatery, a woman named Lexi, had a pretty good sense of humor about it, calling them a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde. She figured that with the roses everywhere, maybe it was kind of romantic. So after they had sex, the pair allegedly forced their way inside the restaurant. They trashed the place, made off with $450 in cash, an old iPhone 5, and a bottle of Bacardi rum. Not willing to let them get away with it, the restaurant posted the security footage on social media, asking the public's help to identify, and the internet did its thing, and tips from the community led police to Carissa and Brian.
Failed.
Did you deal with any family drama on Thanksgiving?
Not too much.
No, right? Everything was all good.
Yeah.
If you did, I bet you can't top this. 21-year-old guy in Illinois facing charges after he got into a heated argument on Thanksgiving and ended the fight by torching the house.
Okay.
I'll show them.
Right. So cops in Beach Park, Illinois, this is up near Chicago, responded to a call at 7:30 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. At that point, it was just an argument. The family said 21-year-old Eric Crump, who was still living at home, had been antagonizing and arguing with the other people at dinner. Cops were able to calm things down, and he agreed to keep to himself the rest of the night. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. They had to come back an hour later because the house was on fire.
Uh-oh.
Turned out Eric learned that he was about to be kicked out and couldn't live there anymore, so he used gas or some sort of accelerant to start the fire in his bedroom. I'll show them. He was standing on the street with a knife when cops got there. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Everybody made it out okay. Silver lining is he won't have to worry about finding an apartment now because he's facing serious jail time for arson.
I found an apartment
Failed.
and a roommate.
Crumpus.
All right, so you know how in a heist movie, criminals are always super careful not to leave any evidence behind? Mm-hmm. Well, it seems one guy in Texas completely missed that part of the training manual. So let me introduce you to 48-year-old Timothy Myers. He's from Tyler, Texas. According to investigators, he had a very destructive Thursday night. First up, he allegedly went to the Lakewood Church and decided to redecorate the entrance by throwing a piece of concrete, something like a septic tank lid, right through the front glass door. And the whole thing was caught on the church's security camera.
That's Osteen's church, right?
Lakewood Church?
Sounds right.
In Houston?
Tyler, Texas.
I think that's
That is-
Joel Osteen's, mega church.
That sounds right.
But his night of alleged mayhem wasn't over. He then apparently made his way to a Field of Valor Veterans display. There he was caught on camera tearing down American flags and bending the metal poles. A witness who happened to be a veteran recorded the incident and said he was heartbroken by the disrespect. I served, I've folded the flag, I've carried the casket, I've put brothers to rest, he said. Later that night, Tim's luck, if you call it that, ran out. He pulled up to an unrelated traffic stop and began acting aggressively towards the deputy at the scene. After refusing to back down, he was arrested for interfering with public duties and booked to jail. So police have him in custody They got video of the church vandalism, but how did they connect him so quickly to the flag display?
Yeah.
Well, according to the Tyler Police Department, Tim left his driver's license at the scene of the vandalism.
Rookie mistake.
He literally dropped his government-issued photo ID at the scene of the crime. He basically left a calling card for police to find.
Failed.
So on top of his initial charge, a criminal mischief count was added. The local Rotary Club says it'll cover the cost to replace the flagpoles, which is nice.
Okay, that's good.
You may have heard of naughty key parties, right? Naughty key parties?
Oh, yeah, key party? Yes, great in the 70s.
Well, this is a naughty keys party, as in the Florida Keys. 3 people arrested in the Florida Keys last Saturday after they were caught having a threesome in the supermarket parking lot.
Okay.
And it wasn't happening in the middle of the night. It was around noon. So, yeah. The group consisted of a 45-year-old woman, a 43-year-old man, and another 59-year-old man. All 3 were hammered, charged with disorderly intoxication, indecent exposure, and lewd conduct in public. The woman named Sharon was also charged with resisting without violence. Police say Sharon had done this kind of thing before. Arrested for similar public conduct a few months ago. Sharon.
Failed.
She was Sharon.
Sharon. Couple more for you. I bet this guy's kicking himself for not buying a doormat that says "just go away." A guy in Florida was being investigated by the cops. He had a novelty doormat that said "come back with a warrant."
Okay.
So they did. 57-year-old Chris Muzak of Daytona Beach had been posing as a real estate investor, creating fake documents that made it look like he owned a bunch of properties. He used them as collateral to take out big loans to buy other properties. Then he'd rent those places out, pocket the money, never pay him back. So cops say their financial crimes unit interviewed him, established enough probable cause to, quote, execute a search warrant, thereby satisfying the doormat's request, facing forgery and grand theft charges.
Failed.
And finally, you're supposed to kick the tires when you're buying a new car, right?
Yeah.
This guy may have gone a tad overboard. 26-year-old guy in St. Petersburg, Florida, facing charges after he test drove a Cybertruck and then went medieval on it. The guy's name is Rochelle Valdiva.
Cool name.
Rochelle Valdiva. A Tesla dealership let him take out one of the Teslas, one of the Cybertrucks for a test drive last month, and he never brought it back. He drove it to his house instead and smashed it up with a hammer.
Whoa.
And the system manager tracked the truck down at Rochelle's house 2 days later, and it was all ripped up. He'd smashed the rearview mirror, removed the GPS unit, ripped off one of the sun visors, partially tore the front fenders off. Weirdest detail by far, he also filled both fenders with landscaping rocks and several pairs of men's underwear.
What was the end game here?
I don't know. All new cars, especially Teslas, are covered in cameras now, so there's footage of some of it.
Yeah. I can do, every time I go in the parking garage, I get next to Kerry Davis's Tesla and just talk trash for like 3 minutes before I leave.
Yeah.
Because I'll see the
It's got cameras all over the place.
You'll see it too, like it'll say recording. Like if you get close, you'll see the light come on inside and be like in the recording, like you're being recorded. You can
That's
see it through the
wild.
window. And I'll just stand next to the rearview mirror and talk smack to Kerry Davis for like 3 minutes since he's not there to beat me up.
Well, this guy's facing felony charges for criminal mischief and grand theft. The dealership says he caused around $20,000 in damages.
Smart.
Fail.
And those are your Friday fail stories. Is Drew Lynch ready for us?
I'll find out.
Well, yeah, maybe we'll have Drew Lynch come in next. Maybe some of your emails. I don't know. It's Friday.
Life's crazy.
I don't know if Drew Lynch is coming in.
What?
He's supposed to be here at 9. He's nowhere to be found. I don't know. I don't know.
It's the end of the year.
Yeah.
Even
it's
comedians don't know what the hell's going on.
fine. It's fine. Quick rundown of This Week in Science. You want to know what happened in the world of science this week? In tooth news, that's right, tooth news. Would going to the dentist be less scary if the sound of that drill wasn't so loud?
Yeah.
Well, a dentist in Hawaii thinks so, and she's working on a solution to make drills quieter. The term for fear of a dentist is odontophobia, just so you know.
Odontophobia.
In health news, a study found that just smelling fatty foods while pregnant might up your child's risk of being overweight later in life.
What?
Yeah. In pet news, a study found cats learn to meow louder at men than at women because guys just aren't great listeners.
I know. This is so cute.
Women are also more likely to pick up on subtle body language cues that make meowing less necessary.
And cats only meow at humans. They don't meow at other cats. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Neat.
In space news, Russia can't send people to space for a while after their latest blastoff destroyed their only launch pad. And Blue Origin, that's Jeff Bezos, his shuttle crew there, announced their next tourism launch will include the first person in a wheelchair to ever go to space.
That's awesome.
In Mars news, we found lightning on Mars for the first time, and a study found time passes slightly faster on Mars than on Earth. The average is 477 millionths of a second faster, but it depends on its orbit. Einstein predicted time dilation over a century ago. Basically, gravity bends time. And in booze news, a study at UC Berkeley found chimpanzees ingest way more alcohol from fermented fruit than we thought. It's like the equivalent of 2 beers a day.
Dang.
So there you go.
Fantastic.
Science news. Anybody like the company Columbia?
The outdoor
Yeah, the
fitting
outdoors.
brand?
Yeah, the
Yes.
outdoors company.
Sure.
So if you are a bored flat earther who looks fantastic in
Scott.
Columbia jackets,
Me.
this is your golden ticket. So a new ad from the CEO of Columbia Sportswear, a guy named Tim Boyle. He is challenging flat earthers. He says, you guys claim there's an end to the earth? Well, just go, snap a picture, send it to us, and you get the assets of the company, all of it.
Oh, my.
He will, if you could snap a picture of the edge of the earth, the company is yours. Listen to him.
Hi, I'm Tim Boyle. I'm the CEO here at Columbia Sportswear. And this message is for flat earthers. You guys claim there's an end to the earth? Well, just go snap a picture. Send it to us, and you get the assets of the company. All of it. No paperwork, no lawyers, no catches.
I'm Tim. There is some paperwork.
Hey, we're giving you all this.
All of it.
And all of that. Hey, flat earthers, do me a favor. If you're going to the edge of the earth, wear Columbia. You'll need it.
So, if you could prove the earth is flat by taking a picture, you get the whole Columbia company.
Great.
He claims he'll give you the whole company, Willy Wonka style, to anyone who can go to the edge of the earth, take a photo of it, will not accept AI image. The photo must be of a visible physical end to the planet Earth, showing the infinite sheer drop and clouds cascading into infinity. And for more clarification, they include a couple things that are not the edge of the earth, such as a cliff top in Seattle, a cul-de-sac in Kansas, or your buddy Dave legally changing his name to The Edge. And I guess for legal reasons or out of cowardice, I guess, they don't mention Columbia Sportswear in the prize. The fine print says the company refers to the company LLC, which with assets that are valued at least $100,000, which would not be all of Columbia. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Lynch joins us. Welcome back to the program. Please sit. We're on the air.
Good to see you, Rizz. How are you, man?
We weren't sure where you went.
Sorry, man.
I know you were down at Courtney's show down there. Then you disappeared. We thought you were in the bathroom.
It looks so warm.
We checked every stall, but now you're here.
I know, man. You usually always join me, so I waited.
Yeah.
You know I can't go with them unless you're in the
Well, I
perimeter.
usually our signal is I tap. It's 3 taps in between the stalls. We have our thing.
Right.
Drew's an old friend. This is your 3rd time on the show.
Yeah, it's every time that I see it, I'm always like, oh man, that's right. I get to come back and do this with you guys. Where's my man Moon?
He is in Australia.
Oh, come on. He scheduled it deliberately.
Yeah, he
He knew
did.
he'd miss me.
He said that. So listen, you've had a year.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I was looking at my Spotify rap list today. It's all like music for calming, meditative thoughts. You know what I mean? Unwinding anxiety. You know how to fix ED, all that type of stuff. You guys know.
So you put out a new special called The Stuttering Comedian this summer. Which congratulations, that's fantastic.
Thanks. Yeah. He loves that clap. He loves that clap sound.
Yeah.
He uses it often. Man.
But you've been all over the news, not for a joke. I mean, you were performing in Washington, and a guy went into cardiac arrest in the audience.
Yeah.
So take us back to that moment. You were mid-set. At what point did you realize this is not a heckler? This is an actual life or death situation?
Yeah. I think that was one of the. I guess it was one of the crazier things. Well, obviously one of the crazier things that's ever happened when I was doing a live show. But I think what was crazier just was how quickly everyone responded in the room, and how lucky we all were that so many medical professionals were there in the crowd. Like, apparently Spokane is like a really, really big
high concentration of doctors.
Yeah,
Really?
that was the better way of saying that. Yeah. That was
That's
awesome.
why I'm the pro.
Dude, we should do Taboo together in the bathroom.
Please.
In the bathroom stall. It was about like 12 minutes into the set or so, and that's usually how long it goes before someone is kind of done tolerating
Or physically gets ill.
Yeah, when
tapping
we were like,
out.
geez,
When somebody
this is what
physically
the
gets
show
ill,
is.
it's usually 12 to 15 minutes
Yeah.
into a drill inch
And
set. I
that's
get it.
exactly it, dude. You get it. That's why my sets are strictly 10 minutes. I always keep it brief. So I was in there. I was on stage for about 12 minutes or so, and then I noticed a lady to my left kind of like get up and make a beeline to the stage on the right side, and she was like helping a guy to the ground. And initially, I just saw like a bit of a commotion, and then another guy was like, then someone like another guy was like, I'll help, and then a lady like shouts. It's always like some lady shouts, call 911, and it always feels like she needs to be very, very shrill and very dramatic. She like it's and it was a dramatic thing, but she it's always like there's always one lady who just kind of loves to say it.
Right. So you're on stage and you notice you're in the middle of your routine and you're noticing commotion. And this is more than the check being dropped or somebody who didn't get the the chicken fingers that he ordered.
Typical chicken finger commotion. This is not that.
Right.
So now there's commotion. Now at this point you stop.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, at first I'm like, what? Unbelievable. I can't believe someone's having a medical thing during my show. You don't do that during my show, dude.
Yeah, ruin your.
Reschedule it. No, immediately I stopped and I said, okay, well, I needed to kind of know what was going on, and because I was just totally clueless, and everything was just happening so quickly, and the crowd they kind of parted to make some room. People were moving things around. Someone said, "I'm going to administer CPR." Another person said, "I'll be your second." People were checking vitals.
Wow.
People were like, it was insane. Everything was so quiet in the room, and it just felt like being in an operating room. Like it was just very procedural.
You think people were in shock too?
I definitely think so. But not in a way that felt like it took away from what needed to happen, which is what I thought was very special about that. Was like people were just deliberate. This was just kind of this was regimented. This is what they knew needed to happen. So they brought the guy back to life. He was dead for over 5 minutes.
Holy cow! And he was 83-year-old guy.
Yes, yeah. His name's Dick Wendy. Richard Wendy is his name, and he and I text every few days or so just to keep in contact, see how they're doing. Wow. And yeah, he's awesome. He's been a speech therapist for over 50 years. So that was how he found me. And he wasn't even supposed to. I don't think he was supposed to be at that show that night, but things got like rescheduled, which you think about because had he had a heart attack somewhere else,
life.
yeah, had he had a heart attack in his home, nobody would have found him. So I saved his. That's what I saved him single-handedly.
Technically, you are a hero. Killed him first.
I killed him, and then I brought him back.
The level of his blood pressure.
Yeah.
Which, as comics,
right.
It is a nice feather to put in your cap because the guy lived.
Yeah,
you got to say I literally killed one.
I know.
Night.
If I killed him and he died, I would never bring it up. But I killed him and he lived, and now it's like it's insane. He can kill people and he can heal them.
Having an 83-year-old at your show.
Yeah,
that's a feather in the cap too.
Honestly, on the lower end. On the lower end.
It's a small feather. It's a very small feather.
Median age goes way up, dude.
Now you're not allowing anybody over 70 into your shows.
Yeah, you got to sink everything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
not taking any risks.
None of these youngins getting all with their TikToks. We got to get people like synced up with their hearing aids at the beginning of the show. I always announce what channel I'm on.
That's awesome.
I thought you handled it well. I've seen the clip. It's hard enough once there's a commotion in the room to get back on track. And I don't know how you go back to, if someone dies for 5 minutes on the floor, it's hard to be like, anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
My penis is weird.
As I was saying was.
I thought you handled it in a very sincere and thoughtful way, and then that made it able probably to get the show back on track after that.
You continued?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
No, I'm not going to let this guy stop me from my dreams. No way, dude.
It's not your night, Richard. Your name's not on the marquee.
That's right. You're damn right.
Dick Wendy.
It's actually, and that was what was I mean, I guess silly, but also just like a nice little addendum to the night was that his walker, he had left his walker there. So we had already planned that we were going to go see him at some point, but he left his walker there at the show because obviously
tennis balls at the bottom.
Yes, tennis balls.
Nice.
Oh, of course,
yeah.
you don't want to scuff. So he had left his walker there, and then obviously paramedics took him to the hospital, and so the manager was saying, "Oh, his family's going to come by tomorrow to get his walker." And so me and the other comics on the show that night, we were like, no, like we'll end up taking it to the hospital tomorrow, and I'll sign it for him. I'll just, and I was like, so what's his name? She's like, well, I've been texting with his granddaughter, and she said that his name is Dick. And normally I would just sign someone's name, and I'd be like, but this kind of just under the circumstances, I was like, I can't be like, to my dearest. Dick, and like I can't to the best, I don't know. So I just signed my name, but I was really struggling to figure out,
See, an 83-year-old will be upset that you signed his walker.
Yeah, I know, right?
The audacity of this man to sign my walker.
Got marks on it. What are you talking about?
It's not a cast.
Yeah, I walk by reception with this thing.
Reception.
I'm here with Dick's walker.
I'm
here.
Yeah.
And then you just had to announce it as you came into the hospital.
Hello?
Which is great.
Yes, hello. I have Dick's. I have brought it. I've brought Dick's walker.
But, what's come out of this, though? So you went to go see him at the hospital. I'm sure
Yes.
he was much appreciated. But you're urging people to get CPR certified since.
Yeah. And I think it's really important because, first of all, like, nobody thought that, like, what I thought was cool that night was nobody was really filming. I forgot that we were filming, and no one was filming on their phones either. Everyone was just in the moment. That was really what was special about it. It was just like I mean, seriously, no one felt like it was like, oh, we need to capture this, we need to get this.
It makes sense though with all those 80-year-olds in the audience. They don't have camera phones.
Yeah, it's hard to do it on a Nokia. Yeah, some guy brought his landline. What's going on?
He called his grandkid. He's like, I want to film this.
Yeah, how do I
down here?
Patch me through to my nephew.
Patch me through to my.
How do I get my jitterbug to turn the other way?
And this young fella is signing this man's walker. Get down here. Caleb.
Everybody's VCR is still flashing midnight.
Oh, man.
And you think people are going to take pictures and video? No.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I definitely wanted to, I just think the video service is a nice, like, reminder of how important CPR is. Like, how quick, like, it's crazy that we caught it all, and that as so many people had responded, like, this is how important it is. And you see the full process. Like, the people who produced this video on my team were just like, the thing that's so important about this is how the crowd came together and worked together, a bunch of people who didn't know each other, just working together, and then how important it is to know CPR. And I was already certified in CPR, but somehow it's like I forget the steps and like why certain things matter.
We're going to do it here, right?
We do this every month. We say we're going to learn it.
We say we're going to learn it, and people have volunteered to come down.
I know.
Yeah.
What's wrong with us?
It's like
we hate people.
Yeah, it's like taxes or something. You're just kind of like, why do I have to do that?
How long until you got to get recertified?
Because I have it, but I'll be honest,
I was like, until it works.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, you brought up a good point. Like, I've had CPR training and I'm certified, but I don't know if I could walk everyone through it right now. Just because you don't do it all the time. You know what I mean? Like, you don't revisit it.
Well, it's staying alive,
and
right?
it's always, yeah. They have a whole playlist.
Or another
now.
one bites the dust.
Yeah. Whoa.
That's the beats per minute. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but they have like a whole playlist where it's like 160 beats, right? 160? 120? 120. Oh, man, I got to get recertified.
See? I hope nobody goes down now.
No wonder he didn't do anything in the moment. He didn't know.
Don't do that.
I don't know what song.
I just got recertified. I know the playlist. But here's the thing. When you get certified, you're absolutely right. Like, I don't think I could lead anybody through it either. Because, like, sometimes the questions are like, no, you didn't check that no one was in the hallway or something like that. You know what I mean? And you're like, okay, yeah, all right, yes, technically, yes. Or they're like, well, make sure sure the area is secure. It's like, yes, well, right now we're in a conference room at a hotel at a JW Marriott while you give me this certification. Everything's clear. We're fine right now.
I don't know why this reminds me. You know, the guy, I think Dr. Henry Heimlich, the guy that came up, obviously with the Heimlich maneuver, actually got to perform it on somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Just before he died, and a guy was choking on a piece of steak at a restaurant.
Wasn't it this year?
No, it was a couple years ago. I don't know. Look up the story. He passed away a couple years ago, but right before he died, it was at a restaurant, and somebody's choking on a piece of steak.
Yeah.
And Dr. Heimlich is in the restaurant.
Oh.
The guy.
Amazing.
Crazy was when he was done. He was like, holy, I can't believe that worked.
Yeah.
Holy me.
Heimlich,
Yeah.
you lying this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe it worked, man. I was just, they took his name off of it, too, which is sad.
Why?
It's no longer called. I think his family wanted, like, payment.
Get
For it
out
to
of
be
here.
called the Heimlich maneuver. I swear,
just
look it up.
residuals for every time it works.
Every time it works,
I mean,
the
which I
Heimlich,
mean,
the Heimlich family
honestly,
gets the Heimlich family gets $5
That's
every
worth
time.
some
Every
royalties.
time, every time somebody shoots an M&M across this room, Heimlich gets 16 cents, like on 1/16th of a penny, like on Spotify.
So it was in May of 2016, and he finally got to practice what he preached at 96.
96.
96. He's like, I got it.
What's it called now?
I got it.
It's called like abdominal.
It's called the Amazon maneuver.
No, that's
Amazon bought it, and now we do that.
Netflix.
Jeff
no. The Amazon
Bezos.
maneuver is a
that's so
very
funny.
crazy sex move.
The Amazon maneuver is when
Do
they
not
hang
do
upside
that
down
if
and
someone
take
is
the chain out of your
choking. Do not
Don't
do the
tell me
Amazon.
what to do.
But you know what? If you look up what the Amazon position looks like, that probably would get a piece of steak out of somebody's throat. I'll definitely get it out of mine.
I do the reverse Heimlich. I have my wife face me, and I pull on her back, and then she baby birds the food directly to me.
Amazing.
Sweet.
That's the opposite of the Heimlich. It's the Lichheim.
What are they called? What
you
are
ever
they called
choked?
now?
Let's see here.
The Lichheim.
You ever choked?
Have I choked? No, not if she's able to. If she chews it beforehand, then we're able to kind of have a successful pass.
Okay.
But if
So
she's having trouble, I'll get her there and I'll take care of it. She's way taller than me, so the food hits my forehead. It's so frustrating.
What's it called?
Abdominal thrust.
Oh, sorry,
abdominal
we were waiting
thrust.
on that. Sorry, I was just filling until
Abdominal
That was
thrust. Oh, that's got
Yeah,
no
that's
pizzazz
exciting.
to it. Come on.
abdominal thrust feels clinical.
Feels naughty.
yeah,
It does feel naughty.
Feels like something I would look up on Pornhub, which you can't do now here in Missouri anymore.
Yeah.
But that's in a whole nother story.
Oh, so he tried to look it up. Oh, you guys can't. Oh, 'cause you don't have the dirty stuff here.
We don't have the internet.
As-
No, as of
No
this
internet.
week, they got rid of it. Yeah, well,
What?
Pornhub pulled out.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
A fun way of saying that. Everybody kind of seems a little, frustrated, a little full out
Well,
in the
actually,
streets.
we mentioned this before. Things actually got done this week.
Really?
This is the first week in a long time that things actually got done in this state.
It is the
Yeah.
first week, though, so productivity will increase, and then frustration will increase next week.
Yes.
Whenever it's become, 7 days.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
finally got some free time to do things now that Pornhub's out, and then next week it's all about sexual frustration. I
Yep.
get it.
I am, but you get stuff done when you're sexually
The
frustrated
Spank Bank
too.
is back. The Spank Bank is back open.
Yeah. I mean, I think about how many times I just fixed a friggin' thing. I built a model because a girl didn't talk to me ever again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So your shows, by the way, and by the way, you're at Helium this weekend. Show tonight. Is it 2 shows tonight?
Yeah, 2 tonight and 2 tomorrow.
One sold out tomorrow.
Okay,
Just so you
1
know.
tomorrow then.
The early show
I
sold
won't
out
do the
tomorrow.
sold out one.
But between the heart attack and some other stories I'm reading about you, it feels like your shows are becoming like an extreme sport. You had a bat. There was a bat at one of your shows.
Yeah,
that got,
things are getting out of hand, dude.
What's that about?
We gotta stop getting people to the shows. The bat happened because I was performing at a theater in Wisconsin, and it just flew down several times throughout the show, and then. That was also a show where a guy, he proposed to his wife. That was the same show, Rizz, like the same one.
That's wild.
The guy, he didn't propose to his wife. He proposed to his girlfriend.
girlfriend,
Sorry.
yes.
You don't propose to your wife. I mean, you could. You could be like, what do you think about Italian tonight? And she's like, I want Indian. And you're like, okay.
so this guy hijacked your show.
Pretty much, yeah. Between him and the bat. And I don't know if they were working on it together. Like, I don't know.
Were you in on it, or did this happen in the audience?
No, this happened in the audience.
He didn't.
And so
it wasn't the whole pretend to heckle thing.
No, he handed me a piece of paper, and on the piece of paper it had a list of things that I needed to do, but as they were already happening. So he had he said the first thing that said okay, don't freak out, just read this. right? And so I'm reading it.
He's like,
and
about to
it
get
says,
killed.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You ever see the video?
You would think you were about to get murdered if that
You ever see the video of that Mexican singer that somebody hands him a note?
Yes.
Oh, it was like that.
So somebody hands him a note and says, "You will be killed later today."
His look of...
And he still goes on with the
still sings
show, and then he gets murdered after.
That's it. I mean, I felt exactly like that. Except it wasn't me. It was another man that was getting murdered. His freedom. Guys, this is marriage stuff. His freedom. So he handed me that piece of paper. He's like, I'm trying to propose to my wife. Don't freak out. I'm trying to propose to my girlfriend. Don't freak out. And it said, and it had a list. It was like, interrupt the show and tell Drew you want to tell a joke. Hand him the piece of paper, and then pretend to give me the floor like I'm going to say a joke. And so then we had like this weird little banter thing.
He had a whole bit planned out,
and didn't run it past you first.
Yeah, and then he came on stage, and he came on stage, and he's like struggling to say like the thing or whatever, and then he proposes. Like I was like freaking out for the guy because I was like, dude, like she's freaking out because she's so embarrassed that he stopped the whole show to say like, I'm here, I want to be here to be able to tell a joke at the Lern show. Well, I mean, it's not like you just said. Like, there's all types of crazy things that happen at these shows. So it's like, I mean, usually I get very frustrated. Usually I get very, very upset that people are like interrupting, and it's becoming more and more of a phenomenon in all comedy shows now. And it just doesn't feel like that's what the art form is anymore. But at the same time, it's like, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to be just going to be upset and be shut down by it, or are you going to?
Crowd work clips are kind of lending themselves.
We've talked about this before. Now,
comics are a little bit to blame for the way things are now.
All these comedians are posting videos, and they're blowing up on YouTube with people interrupting shows.
Yeah.
And now people think, oh, I could do this.
Yeah.
Or they think that's what it is. Some people come and think that's what the show is. It's
Yeah.
like, I talk to you, and then I'm part of it.
Yeah, I am it. Yeah, and so the entitlement, I think, it just continues to feed itself.
But that's crazy entitlement, to hand you a note, take the stage.
To hand you a note with a bit already planned out, like step 1, step 2, step 3.
But here's the other thing is that this guy was someone who's seen me before at a show. So it took me.
You're friends.
Yeah. So it took me. Well, I mean, it took me a while. Mel knows this. It took me a while to
It's
realize.
actually his third proposal.
Yeah,
He's done it 3 times.
Yeah. This is just the time that she's like, I have a good feeling about this one. So like, I don't know. It was really, really sweet. I liked the way that he did it, and then he was like, and like he had sent me some messages before the show that I didn't get to in time to be able to see that this was like his whole plan, and like
so at least he attempted.
Yeah. He was like trying to like have this be a thing, and Mel does a really good job about being like, hey, this person's coming to this show. Like this is kind of the context on what's trying to happen here.
We've talked about this on this show before, though. I've been part of one, also on stage, like somebody wanting during a comedy show, and that's a dude's idea. I don't think that's ever like a woman's dream.
Right.
Is to be like, please take me into the basement of a mall.
Yeah.
Interrupt a show, make me mortified to even be seen with you, and then immediately ask me to spend the rest of my life with you on stage.
I know.
That's an excellent point. It's just like a guy's idea of like, this is going to crush.
Yeah.
Well, like, Lern's husband proposed to her in a park. It was nice and on a bridge.
Right.
Like, flowers were in bloom.
Private. Beautiful.
At Helium, it smells like sewage sometimes if the wind gets the right way.
It's true.
Yeah.
And Weber Grill's wafting from upstairs anyway.
Yeah, all the grease that's left in the grease traps from the Weber Grill that closed down 3 years ago, you could smell it.
It's true.
Yeah. If you get it past the weed smell, you can smell whatever you guys are talking about. But I never got past the weed smell.
And I'm going to ask both you comedians here. Do you feel like you have control of the room? Is the room controlling you these days?
Oh, that's a great question.
I think we still have control. We still have the microphone. But it is getting like a little, I would imagine and he's in a different position than I'm in. Like a lot of people that come see me still don't know who the hell I am. Like they're just on date night. So you have fans come in, and that can be a double-edged sword, I imagine, because sometimes fans feel extra entitled because they feel like they know you really well.
Yeah, and you can't shut that down because then it's mean.
Yes,
so
it's
I would
nice.
almost
They're being
rather
nice to
the
you.
energy be combative. I would rather someone be aggressive as a heckle. Like
Right, because then when it does eventually go on the internet, you look.
Sure, but it's not even that. It's just the energy.
victim.
Yeah, the energy of the dynamic is that you have grounds to be able to say these things. But if someone's just so excited, that's difficult to shut down.
Supportive heckling's the hardest.
Yeah.
Because You can lose an audience really fast if you go too hard too fast. You got to kind of go in with kid gloves, like try to diffuse it, and then if they push back, you can get a little meaner. I think.
What do you mean by supportive heckling? Like, I love you.
Yeah, just people like sometimes like when I filmed my special. My friend was on a first. I was so mad at him still. He went on a first blind date, and the girl got nervous and did a bunch of shots, and he brought her to my show.
Oh, God.
And I would say a joke, and she would laugh and go, "Facts, woo, them's facts right there." And I just like kept. She was like,
"And this is your buddy?"
And I'm filming my special.
And
I cannot
and your
step
buddy
out of it.
knows.
And I didn't find out till later it was my friend, and I was like, "Why
Dude, that's on
did
your
you
buddy
not
for not
immediately
removing
take her
her
out?" Because she was there for like about 5 minutes, and they got her out of there, but.
But you say some real stuff during your show. You know what I mean? Like, it's so, like, intellectually close to the truth.
That's a nice compliment.
No,
Yes,
facts.
it is facts.
Facts.
So that's why it's really
That's
difficult.
true.
To,
I was
difficult
reading.
to-
I was reading from Encyclopedia Britannica at the time.
Well, let's talk about your new special, Drew, the stuttering comedian. So you've said recently that you now view your stutter as a gift rather than a curse. So you mentioned in a recent interview that because of rehab, you don't stutter as much as you used to. So do you ever get people who think you're faking the recovery?
Yeah, I mean, it's become something that's like always been in the ethers of the narrative. But I think you and I have talked about this on this show before too. It's like the more that I get, the more that I feel like I'm controlled by my projection of what people are thinking or how worried I am about what people are thinking about my stutter or not, the worse it seems to get. So it's one of those things that's like I've been to so many rehabilitative therapies, and that type of rehab that you're talking about is like speech therapy, physical
Right,
therapy.
I don't mean
yeah,
like,
not
you
like
know,
I went and I just I just kicked the habit.
He
Now
was
I-
on meth bender, and he had to go to.
So it's to basically it's just become like my relationship to stuttering. The thing that I've learned the most from it is just the more that I've tried to control it or anticipate or project or estimate or forecast or any of these things that take me out of the moment. These are the things that cause me to stutter, and it's like. I've done psychedelics. I've done like I did like cold therapy for a really long time, where I was just like singing and talking out loud through like freezing cold plunges. Physical therapy, and I would do walking across the room while I'm singing, and all these things that I did to try to just have the foundation of what it was that I was trying to learn in those times was that like I just gotta trust myself and not care so much about how other people are able to determine my worth. And whatever the emotional arc of that feeling is something that has taught me a lot about myself. And why stuttering I felt was a gift was just because I wouldn't have learned those things if it wasn't through that process.
Well, because people don't know the story. If you missed it, the other couple times you were on, you developed the stutter because of a softball injury.
Yeah.
You were hit in the throat.
Yeah.
Right, with a softball.
Yeah, hit my head on the ground. I had a TBI. It was misdiagnosed as a concussion at the time, but I had a traumatic brain injury and a vocal contusion. They told me that I was going to get better within few months, and they're just like, yeah, it'll just come back on its own, which it eventually did, but that timeline didn't line up, and so I lost everything. I was out there in LA to do acting, and I had representation from an agent, from a manager. I had a bunch of callbacks and appointments lined up that week for like Disney projects, like How I Met Your Mother, stuff with Adult Swim shows, and they all dropped me because they're like, well, we can't represent you if this is how you sound. And they didn't say those words, but they were just like, yeah, come back when you get better. And then I never did. And so stand-up was that thing that just made me feel like I could kind of like take control of my life back, and it made me feel like I could say some stuff that made me feel human again. And comics are kind of misfits anyway, so it just kind of felt like, all right, we can commiserate in our pain type thing. So it's very beautiful.
Amen, brother.
I also know you're a massive Indianapolis Colts fan.
I am.
And we're deep into the season now.
Yeah.
How are we feeling? What's your stress level on Sundays?
Oh man. Well, what's the team you guys support? Is the Chiefs here?
Well, we had the Rams pull out a couple years ago, and they tried to get us to be Packer fans.
Oh, that's weird.
I think that was the thing. They were pushing the Packers on this city.
Why?
Yeah, they're one of those because they're one of those national teams like the Cowboys, but no bueno.
Oh, okay.
It didn't work. It didn't take.
Good.
No.
I think it was Channel 2, the Fox affiliate here, that was trying to push because they have the NFC game, so they were trying to push. They were trying to push all the Packer stuff on us.
Did they send out like a memo? Like that?
No, but every time
got an email.
Every time you turn on Channel 2 over here, it was like Packers coming up Sunday.
That's how.
So that's how they were doing it. So if they showed the Packer games enough, we all become Packer fans.
I see.
But this was around the time the Chiefs then started winning.
Oh, I see. So it was like pick your poison.
Which Chiefs are polarizing here.
Right.
Because it is Kansas City. It's the other side of the state, and some people refuse to get on board, but they're idiots. So.
Right, that's kind of like, they'll be like Philly, they'll be like Eagles and Steelers, right? They're on the opposite sides of the, yeah. Interesting. I am a Colts fan. I don't know. I mean, it felt like we had a really, really strong start to the season, but we also had a really, really easy schedule, I would say. And now we're playing some difficult opponents, and things are becoming difficult. And actually, I think the Steelers kind of laid down the blueprint for how to beat the Colts, which is just, you just pressure our quarterback. You just assimilate as much pressure as possible. And then Daniel Jones, I don't know.
He's for real?
I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, you kind of have to see him in, like, some really, really big games, you know? Season on the line type stuff,
He did diddly squat for the Giants.
Yeah. This is what's, it's like, I think at the end of the day, if you want a quarterback to show up at a time when it matters the most, right? That's why Mahomes, I think, is just so good. It's just like, he can be so bad for so much of the game, but for the time that it matters, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stressful though. It is. If you're a fan, if you're a football fan, and you have your team this time of year is unless your team is great, unless your team is the Patriots this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Seahawks.
Are you from Indy? Is that why you're a Colts fan?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I go up there. Where are you from?
I grew up in Southern Illinois, but I live here.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, it's I just grew up watching Peyton Manning and
man. What a time to be alive.
And I tell you what, though, it's one of those
Harrison.
games where it's the Colts and Jaguars.
Yeah, I know.
So that, and
Down
I
in
know we were
Jacksonville.
talking about that.
And the Pats are back. There's a lot of teams. I was talking to Kerry Davis, works at ESPN. He was on the Pittsburgh Steelers when they won the Super Bowl. We did an event last night, and I was like, all these teams that have been dominant, like the Chiefs and the Bills and the Ravens. And they're all kind of up and down now, and quietly all these teams that have kind of been bad have been slowly drafting people, and then all of a sudden the AFC's like the best teams aren't the perennial teams are fighting for
All right,
playoff
so
spots.
be honest, Rafe, who'd you pick, Colts or Jaguars this weekend?
I took the Colts.
You did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even in Jacksonville.
The Jags are the team that, like, if I bet on them there's two teams, the Bears and the Jags. If I bet on them, they lose.
Oh, man.
So it's like I might as well just bet against them because we do a pick'em league where it's like head-to-head, and then you get shot in the butt if you lose. It's not fun. It's actually very
The Colts are favored by 1.5 points.
They shouldn't be. We haven't won in Jacksonville in like 11 years
Colts
or something.
are favored by 1.5 in Jacksonville, so that should tell you something. I'm taking the Colts this weekend.
Wow.
Tennessee.
I think they definitely need it, but
They need my support.
Yeah. I wish you would have picked the Jags because we would have known that they would have lost then.
I think the Colts need
All
my
right,
support.
I'll go and change it. For you, Drew Lynch.
Thank you, buddy.
Listen, Drew Lynch, see him at Helium Comedy Club tonight and tomorrow, The Stuttering Comedian. That's out for everybody to see. Where can everybody see that?
Yeah, that's on YouTube.
That's on the YouTubes. Of course, you've got your podcast, Did I Stutter?
Yeah.
That's still going strong?
Yeah, I was doing it for a while. I jump in periodically, where it's sporadic, where it's like maybe I'm feeling like sitting down.
Yeah,
and
like
doing
if
a
you got
pod.
something to say.
Yeah, kind of like that, which I never do.
Just hit the subscribe button.
Yeah,
and then,
that's it.
if you want to, it'll just go into your feed. That's how it works.
Yeah, there's a bunch of clips and stuff regardless, but yeah, the podcast thing, like just sitting down talking to no one. You're like, what am I, insane?
Yeah.
Am I an insane person?
That's
You
radio.
You guys have each other. But
Yeah.
you guys have each other. But
Well,
like,
listen,
I'm just there.
before you leave, you got the certificate?
Oh, yes.
Oh, dude, it is time for the presentation.
Okay. I think you guys gave me a certificate last
Yeah,
time.
you did get a certificate last time.
did.
You got the Second Timers Club certificate.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the Drew Lynch and Third Timers Club
Outstanding.
certificate.
Man.
Now, it may look exactly like the Second Timers Club, but it says third timers.
Oh,
sure
so it's
it
almost
is not.
identical, but the way it's just
There it is.
There it is.
Third
Come
time.
on.
Third timers club.
Look at
All
that.
Yeah, let's get a photo of that.
Look at
1,
that.
2, 3. What a babe.
I'm honored. Wow.
And next time
I
you
still
come,
have the other one.
You
and next
do?
time you
Yes.
come, it'll
so
be a
cute.
fourth timers. And if you come a fifth time, you see that jacket behind you?
Yeah.
You get to put that
You get to
jacket
put the
on.
jacket on.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No, we are not.
We changed the wording. I like that. At least third timers
At
club.
least
We're
third
not.
timers.
Our record keeping is not great here.
I think this is maybe my fourth time.
It could be.
But
It could be. We're not sure.
I've just been demoted to
We know
third
for
time.
sure
I was like,
it's-
oh, I
we
have
know
this
for
one.
sure it's at least three.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I have this one. Okay, cool.
We're not sure. Only 2 people have worn that jacket: Nikki Glazer and Ben Bailey.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
And Ben Bailey could not fit
Wait a
in that
second.
It's
jacket.
a big man.
Florentine?
Oh,
Jim
Florentine.
Florentine.
Oh, and Jim
Yeah,
Florentine.
We inducted a third.
Okay,
Jim
well, it
Florentine.
just kind of sounds like
I'm sorry,
everybody
Jim
gets to wear the
Florentine.
jacket. Except
No, just like you. Hey, Drew
who
Lynch,
hasn't worn the jacket.
we love you, buddy.
I love you too. Thank
Have a great time this weekend. And happy holidays.
Thank you.
Yes.
You too. I always love coming back here.
We got to take one final break. We'll come back. We'll wrap her up. Stay there. Beep. All right, that is it for us. Big thanks to Drew Lynch for coming by. See him at Helium Comedy Club this weekend. If you missed anything on the program, make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michaels. Also, the podcast brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. And today's podcast is titled
Clooney fights Kelsey over never fighting.
Okay. King Scott, what else?
Well, you can follow me, King Scott Rules, and also next week, it's Wednesday, Thursday, 2 shows on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. I'll be performing at the Christmas production at St. Louis Family Church, so go to slfc.org. Check it all out right there.
All right, Lern.
Follow me at Lern versus Radio. I got nothing going on this weekend, so
Nice.
that's going to be fun times.
Good on you.
Thank you.
Lucky.
Rafe.
No notes. No notes.
All right. Join me this afternoon, 3 to 5 o'clock at the Rocket Convenience Store in Wentzville, 40 Wentzville Parkway. We're kicking off the Point Holiday Food Drive to benefit Operation Food Search. So all the Rocket stores in the St. Louis metro area have the bins there ready to collect your canned goods. So again, all goes through Operation Food Search. You get the Holiday Weirdo sticker. And if you don't want to donate a canned good, fine. There's a little QR code if you want to donate directly to Operation Food Search monetarily. That's there for you as well. But I'll be out there 3 to 5 o'clock. Rocket in Wentzville, 40 Wentzville Parkway. Help me kick off this year's Point Holiday Food Drive for Operation Food Search. All right, anything else?
No.
Okay. Then we leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots. From Winfield, Missouri, McKenna Rigdon is our Team Rizz today. McKenna wants you this song, and here it is. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Final week of the year.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, bye.
The Rizzuto Show.